Hello my creative friend, Olga Soby here. Welcome to new fluid art tutorial. Today's gonna be a very interesting project. Here I have created some texture on my canvas, which is by the way 20 by 20 inches. So I have texture here on the side and I want to have my fluid design mainly in the center part. So this is gonna be very multi-layer, multi-step process. First I created this texture on the corners, now it's going to be fluid painting design, and once it's dry I want to work on these parts more. But let's take one step at a time and let's get started. Embrace. Secret message today, and the color that I want to be for this part of my painting, I want it to be very warm and vibrant. So this is the vermilion orange, and I kind of want to have it as a main color of this flow. And I'm gonna work mainly in the center, but I really don't mind if some of the fluid paint gets on this part, so I don't really need to make some border or anything, because I will, as I said, I will work on it after I'm gonna paint over, so a little bit of paint is not a problem there. Next here I have some primary magenta. This color here, it's a mix, it's metallic mix. This is the copper with some iridescent orange. For some darker colors, here I have some red violet with a little bit extra violet. This is a mix of Naphthol red and carmine red. Few highlights. This is golden yellow. And I want to add an extra white. Definitely don't want to have a lot of it here. Now I'm gonna blow this out and really blend in those colors together and work on the design further. I think I want to torch it first to pop some of the air bubbles. Let's do the blowout, and all the colors I mixed with my new recipe. You can learn all about it in my new acrylic pouring online course. Check it out. Lots and lots and lots of beautiful details. I like this section. Gorgeous lace in here, and I like that this part is a little more solid. Creates nice contrast. As I mentioned, I'm gonna paint this part and this part after, once my main section is dry, but I think I can actually apply a little bit of paint to it right now. I'm just gonna use the drips to have a little bit of coverage. You know what? I think I also want to add some dark color here, because this is the plan. I want to make it dark after. I really don't want any of my dark colors. This is sort of brown custom mix. I don't want any of the color get into my main flow, so I need to be very careful with that. Oh, I have lots of drips here. Let's pick them up. I also like to use drips to cover my sides where needed. To have this covered, I think I'm just gonna use the gloved hand. Now this is so fun to work over texture, I love it. I'm very careful close to the edge of my texture because I don't want this dark brown to get into my bright colors. Look how beautifully all the styles have opened up here. I think I will never get enough of this beautiful effect. Tell me, are you intrigued to see what's gonna happen next with the painting? Yeah, great. Let's jump to the next section. All right, my friend, this part is dry and I cannot describe you how beautiful, how perfectly it has dried. The details, all the cells and lacing here, especially on this section, I'm not sure if you can see this, but they definitely all throughout, and looking against the light, it's perfect. So I am moving on to the next stage of the painting, which would be working on this section. So I decided to paint them with some dark color. They're already dark, but I want to go darker. And I, of course, want to make these lines here on the border sharp and crisp. So this might look like black, but it's actually a red mixed with black. So it's super, super dark red. And let's get to painting. Of course, making sure to paint the sides as well. I actually added texture on my sides too, so this painting is gonna be interesting on each and every corner. And by the way, to cover this part, my texture part, I'm using a regular high viscosity acrylics. They are not mixed with my medium. So these are paint mixed right out of the tube. Got a little bit of black paint where it should not be, so immediately cleaning up with wet paper towel. Super easy way to clean up fresh acrylic paint. So you can see I'm creating more layers, more depth, and a lot more texture with my thick paint. Here is this painting fully finished. And as you can see, I added epoxy resin in the center, and I love this combination of really multi-level textures with this smooth glass-like finish and vibrant hot colors just shining from underneath. And this combination of techniques and finishes, it really fascinates me. And to be honest with you, I don't know yet where I'm going with it, but I know that I'm moving in the right direction. It feels amazing to really explore this creative evolution, and I hope you will join me along this journey of exploration of new techniques. Tell me, what do you think about this painting? What do you see in it, and how do you like my outcome? I would love to hear from you. Check out my new fluid art course if you want to master this art with me, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye!